I actually believe black people are aliens. Slavery might be fake. Shoes and shirts were built by cotton-picking black aliens with invisible UFOs. What the actual fuck? Why do you keep getting weirder? Okay, so last week I uploaded a video here about a guy called Nicholas Edward Letney. He is a self-proclaimed Nazi, and he was arrested in Seattle airport a couple of weeks back for doing Heil Hitler salute, screaming about a race war, and just generally being a piece of shit. If you haven't seen it and you want to check it out, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now, I don't have many subscribers on here. This isn't a big channel. I don't get many views. But so last week I uploaded the video and then I went out. And just a few hours later, I was just on my phone. I thought, oh, I'll just check, see how that's doing. And saw that I had 9 comments already, which is quite good for me. I then noticed that all 9 of them were from Nicholas Edward Letney himself. And in this video, I'm going to read through them all. Strap yourselves in, this is going to get full fucking Looney Tunes. Before we go on, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd help me a lot. Thank you very much. Now, I have no doubt that he probably went on a bunch of YouTube videos that were made about that incident and commented on them as well. But like I said, where I don't have many followers and don't get loads of comments, they stood out more. Whereas on a larger channel that gets like thousands of comments, he might have been on there, but they would have fallen through the cracks and might have gone unseen. But here's what he had to say. I'm going to go through these in the order he commented them. This video is so warped to look less attractive. This first one, I mean, I don't really see how it could be warped, but whatever. Then he goes on. You should cover how 100 celebrities are driving around Seattle because I whipped my dick out Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan, Deng Xiaoping, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mel Gibson, Angela Merkel, military channel employees. What the actual fuck are you on about? If in the last video, he mentioned somebody found his manifesto online and he talked about whipping his dick out at people as well. Because he's not just a Nazi, he's a flasher. He then goes on to say, you don't know me well, you should interview me. No, thank you. I feel like the only person that should interview you is a mental health professional. We got up here, 2/3 of another book were lost out in the rain. Okay. You need to put on the news that 100 celebrities driving around. He's replied, just remember to take your meds there. Hey, just a reminder to take your meds daily today, buddy. Yeah, 100 celebrities. So you believe you're being stalked by 100 celebrities? Even if 100% of those celebrities were against me, they are still spending all their time criticizing me. Julian Assange escaped and now lives in Seattle with Edward Snowden because I am the de facto mayor of the city. No, you're not, first of all. What the hell? What the fuck is this? It kind of sounds to me like Nicholas here isn't just a Nazi, but has some serious mental health issues. I mean, we kind of, from the first video, kind of gathered that something wasn't right. I mean, obviously something wasn't right. Wasn't firing on all cylinders. But now we have, this stream of consciousness about, what is going on here? Celebrities driving around Seattle. Just prove it. Get a picture of one of them. I expose mind control. You should do a news story on all the celebrities. Where are they? I mean, you have a phone, right? You got a camera. Just next time you see Jake Gyllenhaal driving around Seattle, take a picture of him. That video is cartoonish, laughable, morphed to make me look silly. Someone liked it. Like, yeah, bruh, definitely. How? How is it morphed? How is it? Fuck me, there's 7 replies to this. No, it's showing how you are how you are several mentally ill. I know what they mean. Oh, he's replied. Oh, fuck, he's replied. Jesus. Okay. That video is cartoonish, laughable, morphed to make me look silly. No, it's showing how you are I know what they mean. Mentally ill. No, the whole story isn't on the news, buddy. 100 celebrities have been in Seattle driving around me since 2016. The video is terribly warped. Much more attractive in person. It will be on the news eventually. What? What the fuck? Driving around? Oh no, no one's stalking you. I was doing nothing wrong until they threatened to tase me and they threw me off a flight with no provocation. I make $500 a month, but have 100 celebrities living in Seattle, stalking me, very racist against Christians, these people. It says, don't join the dark side. They make myths about bodybuilders dicks. They blacklist people from getting jobs and stuff. What the fuck? Why? Why is he bringing up dicks? What? Other minorities aren't bad. Just they make myths about bodybuilders dicks. They blacklist people from getting jobs. I don't think. What? I can't even. I'm speechless. I am without speech. I know he has a thing about dicks because he was going on about his manifesto, and apparently he flashes his penis to people, allegedly. I don't think anyone's being stopped from getting a job because they have a small penis. It's not a requirement for most jobs, apart from maybe male porn star. You don't get that in an interview. Well, everything here on your CV checks out, but before I can make you an offer, I am going to need you to drop your pants, please, sir. Holy shit. 50% of black people should be deported to Africa and given tents until they build barracks for them to live in. 50 trillion for all of Africa for public housing, subsidized farming, with public farming banning. I can't even. Its grammar's so bad. I'm getting confused. Subsidized farming with public farming banning meat to stop cannibalism. India needs 30 trillion to 200 trillion for the German military, 100 trillion for the British military, a ban on interracial sex, a dictatorship. What the fuck did I just read? I don't even know where to begin. 50% of black people should be deported to Africa. Why? Why? Which 50%? What the fuck are you on about? Oh, you're fucking nuts. You need to be put into like a mental health facility. Jesus Christ. There's fucking more of this. There's actually hackers from the NSA that installed Trojans on all people's phones to warp all the videos in Seattle. It works by sensing if it's me. I actually believe black people are aliens. Slavery might be fake. Shoes and shirts were built by cotton-picking black aliens with invisible UFOs. What the actual fuck? Why do you keep getting weirder? There's actually hackers from the NSA installed Trojan, blah, blah, blah. The thing about Seattle, it works by sensing if it's me. You're not that important. No one really gives a fuck about you. I'm only doing this for views. There is one reason why I'm not a billionaire actor, warped video. Oh, God, shut the fuck. There's many reasons why you're not a billionaire. You're not an actor. Oh, my God. I mean, it's just ramblings. It's just the ramblings of someone that's lost their mind. You can't even keep his, thoughts long enough to write like a paragraph. It's just word vomit. Bleh, bleh, bleh. I think I said in the last video, I don't believe this guy is actually a Nazi. I think he's just really mentally ill and is just free and unchecked. Obviously, in the video, we saw he's arrested, but I guess he's been released because he's free to comment on my videos. So this guy is just going around being fucking crazy, thinking everyone's against him. He's completely paranoid, a danger to people. Jesus Christ. So then, yeah, all of that was all in one day, like in the space of, well, I don't know, when I checked my phone, like maybe 3 hours, that all happened. But then, the next day, he wasn't done and had more to say. Let's do a big protest in favor of me. We already did the Capitol Hill riots. We? I wasn't there. Were you? Because it sounds like you are. Kind of admitting something, maybe. I am on the news. These guys say I have lots of supporters. And that was the last I heard from Nicholas Edward Letney. Nazi. Bodybuilder. Flasher. Professional lunatic. There was this comment, however. This is not from Nicholas. It's from somebody else who had this to say. Okay, I'm studying psychology, they say. And this looks like a case of psychosis. Could be paranoid schizophrenia with delusions of grandeur. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I don't think you need to be to tell that this guy is completely fucking bonkers. This person needs help. Yep. I'm not sure it's ethical to cover this in the news, ? Well, I'm not the news. And also hang on, I'll read it and then I'll come back to that. I'll come back and make points. I mean, in Europe, a person like him would have been taken to a hospital, and the official news sites would probably not cover this due to journalism ethics and personal data laws, especially health-related data, which is considered extra sensitive. But well, it's the USA. I can see that the police simply released him. He's commenting on your video, yeah. And since USA has no personal data protection, the Daily Mail in the UK is happily covering this. Yeah, there's a hell of a rag. Imagine going to the hospital, getting medicated, and finding your psychotic ramblings in major news sites all over the world. But I don't know if he even has this option in the USA. If he has no insurance, has not been violent, and has no family, they'll just throw him in the streets. P.S. The face may be also a symptom with schizophrenia patients getting what is called flat affect. Not meaning that they stop having affect emotions, but they stop expressing emotions via facial expressions and also verbal communication. PPS. If he does have schizophrenia, then despite sounding scary, he's probably less dangerous than a sane Nazi. Is there such a thing as a sane Nazi? A serious psychotic individual very likely wouldn't have the ability to plan things or streamline their actions very well. As you can see, he can't even organize his thoughts long enough to write out one tweet. Yep. Unless of course he simply walks into a store to buy a gun on a whim without having even talked to the store clerk much, and then step outside and start shooting on a whim, which might be possible in the USA. Yeah, it might be. The thing about the ethics question, raising that question. This is my take on it. And you feel free to disagree. If this had happened in Europe, if that happened at an airport in Europe, then, I mean, the video would have been put all over the internet regardless. That's just the internet. Everyone has a camera phone. That would have happened no matter what. But what I imagine would have happened, he would have been arrested and the police would have been like, this guy's not right. He is not right in the head. And he would have been taken for some sort of evaluation, and most likely right now would be in a facility somewhere like a hospital getting treatment, and he'd be there unable to bother or hurt anybody apart from maybe the staff, but that's their job. They are professionals, they know what to do. But because this happens in America, in Washington, that is not the case. The authorities there have gone, well, you seem a bit quirky, but good luck to you, son. And they've released him. And he is now out there on the streets. On the streets where it's really easy to get a fucking gun. So my point is, you know, if this had been a case where somebody was simply hospitalized and, you know, taken away, removed from society to get help, then that's a whole nother story. But that hasn't happened. And as it stands, he is still out there, free, and has the potential to hurt people. And so I feel that, you know, people, especially living in the Seattle area, I don't know if anybody watching this is from Seattle or will see it, but you kind of need to be aware that this individual is out there and see just how fucking nuts he is, because he is potentially going to harm people, because he is potentially a threat to people, I believe. But yeah, if this was Europe, it would be a different story. Does that make sense? In my head it does, but maybe I'm not being very clear. And also the bit about being like what was it? Despite sounding scary, he's probably less dangerous than, say, Nazis. A seriously psychotic individual. It's very unlikely wouldn't have the ability to plan things or streamline their actions. I mean, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but, you know, some people that are considered completely psychotic have done some fucked up shit that they have planned meticulously and gone through with it. So I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be one. But yeah, you don't need to be an expert to see this guy's fucking mental. And Nicholas, if you are watching this, I mean, I know you're just going to disagree with everything I've just said. I wouldn't expect you to agree. And there's literally nothing I can say that will change your mind or help you. But there are people that can and will listen. So please get some fucking help. For God's sake. Go to a family, friend or somebody, before someone or even yourself ends up getting hurt. Ooh, well, that was just a little update from the video last week. Like if you liked, leave your comments and thoughts and all that stuff. And fuck. See you next time.